This video is about relationship-based trauma, which of course includes incest. All trauma is very serious, but this particular form of trauma, I believe, and I'm not a clinician, merely a student of human nature, I believe that relationship-based trauma can have particularly profound consequences. In these situations, I have observed that there are two options for a survivor. One is to try as best as possible to put the past behind, to get away from it. The other option is to accept or even embrace the emotional and psychological consequences and systematically try to mitigate them. I have chosen that path, the second one, but I respect those who have consciously or unconsciously selected the first path, the one of avoidance or escape or a kind of safety, trying not to let it be an issue. I respect that decision as well. It is an extremely personal decision. For those who have chosen the second path to attempt to systematically mitigate the consequences, there's yet a second decision, whether to use professionals, and professionals may or may not have lived experience with this type of trauma. Or one can choose to get help from other survivors, people who do have lived experience. And even in the latter path, there's perhaps a pitfall or an issue that I found I had to deal with. It's called trauma bonding. That's where two survivors form a close or even extremely close attachment to one another due to the shared experience, due to the, to me, profound need. The professionals, some of them aren't too keen on this type of relationship. And there are reasons. A lot of things can go wrong. Perhaps the best we can say is that it's helpful at first and maybe detrimental later. My experience is that once such a bond has been formed, it's rather difficult to step back from it, even when it seems obviously necessary. Now, I'm a producer of educational and informational videos, as I say, not a clinician. I do not endorse any particular recovery program, either self-help or clinical, and I don't endorse any particular therapeutic modality. I do want to mention Survivors of Incest Anonymous, SIA. This fellowship offers a program of recovery based on an adaptation of the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. The program relies entirely on the service of incest survivors themselves. They do not use professionals, and in fact, there is a formal written tradition to the effect that SIA, like just about every 12-step fellowship, has to remain non-professional. SIA has been a safe haven for folks who need it since 1982. The SIA website, which is linked in the description below, defines incest broadly as, quote, a sexual encounter by a family member or by an extended family member that damaged the child. And the website goes on to say, by extended family member, we mean a person that you, and or your family have known over a period of time. This fellowship offers in-person meetings, virtual meetings, phone meetings, frequent retreats, a lot of literature, a newsletter, and probably some other resources that I haven't sampled. Now, I want to mention one thing. The official policy is that persons who have perpetrated sexual abuse on a minor, that the SIA events are not for them. In practice, I hear it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell policy. I hope I don't annoy anyone by saying that, but that's what I've observed. Some SIA meetings and events restrict participation to those who identify as one or the other choices of the gender binary, that is, male or female. I know there are many people who don't really want to be classified as male or female. There may be a diversity policy, but I could not find it on the website. Finally, the website states generally meetings are divided into two types, open or closed. Open meetings are meetings where everyone can attend, whether or not they are survivors. If you have a therapist, family members, or friends who provide support for you, they are pro-survivors and welcome at open meetings. However, most SIA meetings are closed and for survivors only. Finally, I have linked the website below. I have done my utmost best to share my views or experience or observations wisely and fairly, and I hope I haven't offended anybody. I know that can happen because this is a very touchy subject. Thank you for listening.